Shalom, everybody. How y'all doing today? What up with you? What up? It's Shalom. What's up, man? 2 days in a row. Oh, man, I'm in that day. I'm out here, baby. 2 days in a row. Oh, it was a Sabbath day and the day after. 2 days in a row. Oh, man. Welcome to Rise and Scripts, everybody. Shalom. Welcome to Rise and Scripts. What up? Get your ass up. Get up. Get up. Welcome. Welcome. Let's get some reading going, man. Get up. All praises. You was able to open your eyes, man. You could hear. You could think. Hey, you could walk. You could talk. You could see, man. You got breath to breathe, and you got all you need to succeed, man. So let's go ahead and get up and read, man. The Book of Enoch. That's what we jump back in today. In Rise and Scripts, we're going to keep going in the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch, man. We are almost to the end of the book. What we're going to read. The book, we left off on page 104. 104. And the book has, I think I was going to read to page 136. Maybe 136 or 134. Either one. Yeah, either way, we're gonna read to 136 or 134. We'll see how we get once we get there. But we're on 104. That means we at least got 30 pages left. At least 30 pages. Which, it shouldn't take us long. I probably won't be reading tomorrow. Well, no, I'll probably read tomorrow. We'll see. We'll get up and read tomorrow. But Tuesday for sure. I won't read Tuesday. I got some stuff I gotta handle, so I won't be here Tuesday. And depending on how much of that stuff I handle and get handled, Wednesday we'll see. It'll probably be a late read, but we'll see. But Enoch, man, Enoch. Definitely a lot going on in the Book of Enoch. A lot of things that can have you looking at other stuff. You look at the stars, the moon, the sun may be a little bit different from reading Enoch. And the changing of the seasons and things of that nature. Those things can be looked at a little bit different because of Enoch. I don't know how true it is or not, but, hey, it is what it is. So when you come on in, everybody, before we get to reading with Rise and Scripts, man, like, comment, subscribe, share. Man, leave something in the chat so I can know the chat working, man. I appreciate everything. Every like, every comment, man, all helps the channel. The likes definitely help the algorithm. So let's keep pushing, man. I need to grow. I need to stop bullshitting and go and stop allowing things to weigh me down. So, man, all I can say is all praises. Thank you, Most High, for allowing me to be able to open my eyes today. Thank you for the strength to move forward. Thank you for the power you have given me that I don't even know I have. Show me how to use it. Show me how not to abuse it. Mold me. Work with me. Give me the eyes to see and the mind to discern. The knowledge to know the difference. For what's good for me and what's not. Help me to keep the zeal that I tend to lose from time to time through trials and tribulations. Sometimes these things is hard, man. These things can be hard. You don't want to snatch your piece. Oh, give it here. Get over here. But, hey, we have to look for comfort, man. We have to look for comfort. We have to, have hope and faith in certain things. Sometimes reading is what they say you're supposed to do. But sometimes even reading is hard. Sometimes doing regular shit is hard when you're going through things. When shit is when it feel like it's pulling the fabric of your life apart. Hey, it is what it is. Well, let's start off with the books of the Bible, man. The Book of Enoch is not in the Book of the Bible. The books of the Bible. It's not in but it is mentioned in the Bible, along with the book of Jasher, the book of the Kings, other books. The Bible will say the book of this. It is as it is written in the book of this, the book of Jubilees, the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch. But what we do have, let's go with what we do have. This is the milk. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, which is what we started off yesterday in the Sabbath reading. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, 1 Ezra, 2 Ezra, Tobit, Judith, the rest of Esther, the wisdom of Solomon, the Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, Baruch, the Song of the Three Holy Children, the history of Susanna, the destruction of Baal and the dragon, the prayer of Manasseh, 1 Maccabees, 2 Maccabees, and in this Bible it has 3 Maccabees in this one. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, and Revelations. And those are the books of the Bible, man. We have to study to show ourselves approved. We have to study ourselves, show ourselves approved, and we got to seek the Most High face early. We got to seek his face early, man. Hey, thank you for the like, man. Whoever put it up there, thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, some things shake you, baby. Some things can shake you, make you, and break you. Oh, man. But in all these things, we want to give our gratitude for the time we have, for the breath that we have to breathe. And for me, I'll do so by blowing up the trumpet. Blow up the trumpet. Blow it up. Let me be heard. Don't forget about me. Unblock me, Lord. That one sucked. I know the ancestors did better than me. Man, the blowing of the trumpet. The blowing of the trumpet. Shalom, Miss Boxy. Shalom. The Book of Enoch. We left off at, I think X is 90. 90, what's XC?
I don't really get it.
Let's see right quick. What is XC in Roman numerals? 90. We left in chapter 90. Let me mark that, 90. We left off in chapter 90, verse 13 and 19. Excuse me. So let's get a little bit of Enoch in today. Ooh. Ooh. Man, sometimes it's hard to get up and read. I'm telling you, man. The shit I think and the shit I feel make it hard. It make it hard. It's like a distraction. It's like a distraction, an annoyance, a nuisance, a frustration that causes a bitterness and anger that causes me not to want to read. But let's push through it, or let's try to push through it. And I saw till the shepherds and eagles, excuse me, 90, chapter 90, verses 13 through 19, the assault of the Gentiles on the Jews. And I saw till the shepherds and eagles and those vultures and kites came, and they came to the ravens, that they should break the horn of that ram. And they battled and fought with it and battled with them and cried that its help might come. All the eagles, and I saw till that man who wrote down the names of the shepherds and carried up into the presence of the Lord of the sheep came and helped it and showed it everything. He had come down for the help of the ram. And all the eagles and the vultures and the ravens and the kites were gathered together, and there came with them all the sheep of the field. And yea, they all came together and helped each other to break that horn of the ram. And I saw that man who wrote the book according to the command of the Lord, till he opened that book concerning the destruction which those 12 last shepherds had wrought, and showed that they had destroyed much more than their predecessors before the Lord of the sheep. And I saw till a great sword was given to the sheep, and the sheep proceeded against all the beasts of the field to slay them. And all the beasts and the birds of the heaven fled before their faces. And I saw till the Lord of the sheep came unto them in wrath, and all who saw him fled, and they all fell into his shadow from before his face. And I saw till the Lord of the sheep came unto them and took in his hand the staff of his wrath and smote the earth, and the earth clove asunder, and all the beasts and all the birds of the heavens fell from among those sheep and were swallowed up in the earth, and it covered them. Verse 20 through 27. And I saw till the throne was erected in the pleasant land, and the Lord of the sheep sat himself thereon, and the other took the sealed books and opened those books before the Lord of the sheep. And the Lord called those men the 7 first white ones, and commanded that they should bring before him, beginning with the first star which led the way, all the stars whose privy members were like those of horses, and they brought them all before him. And he said to that man who wrote before him, being one of those 7 white ones, and said unto him, take those 70 shepherds to whom I delivered to the sheep, and who taking them on their own authority slew more than I commanded them. And behold, they were all bound, and I saw, and they all stood before him. And the judgment was held first over the stars, and they were judged and found guilty, and went to the place of condemnation. And they were cast into the abyss, full of fire and flaming, and full of pillars of fire. And those 70 shepherds were judged and found guilty, and they were cast into the fiery abyss. And I saw at that time how a like abyss was opened in the midst of the earth, full of fire, and they brought those blinded sheep, and they were all judged and found guilty, and cast into the fiery abyss, and they burned. Now this abyss was to the right of that house, and I saw those sheep burning, and their bones burning. The New Jerusalem and the conversion of the surviving Gentiles, the resurrection of the righteous and the Messiah. And I stood up to see till they folded up the old house and carried off all the pillars and all the beams, the ornaments of the house were at the same time folded up with it. And they carried it off and laid it in a place in the south of the land. And I saw till the Lord of the great brought a new house greater and loftier than that first, and set it up in the place of the first, which had been folded up. All its altars, all its pillars were new. and its ornaments were new, and larger than those of the first, and the old one which he had taken away, and all the sheep were within it. And I saw all the sheep which had been left, and all the beasts on the earth, and all the birds of the heaven, falling down and doing homage to those sheep, and making petition to and obeying them in everything. And thereafter those three who were clothed in white, and had seized me by my hand, who had taken me up before, and the hand of that ram also seizing hold of me, they took me up and set me down in the midst of those sheep before the judgment took place. And those sheep were all white, and their wool was abundant and clean. And all that had been destroyed and dispersed, and all the beasts of the field, and all the birds of the heaven, assembled in that house. And the Lord of the sheep rejoiced with great joy, because they were all good, and had returned to his house. And I saw till they laid down that sword which had been given to the sheep, and they brought it back into the house. And it was sealed before the presence of the Lord. And all the sheep were invited into the house. But it held them not. And the eyes of them all were opened, and they saw the good. And there was not one among them that did not see. And I saw that that house was large and broad and very full. And I saw that a white bull was born with large horns. And all the beasts of the field and all the birds of the air feared him, and made petition to him in all the time. And I saw till all their generations were transformed, and they all became white bulls. And the first among them became a lamb, and that lamb became a greater animal, and had great black horns on its head. And the Lord of the sheep rejoiced over it, and over all the oxen. And I slept in their midst, and I awoke and saw everything. And this is the vision which I saw while I slept. And I awoke, and blessed the Lord of righteousness, and gave him glory. And then I wept with a great weeping, and my tears stayed not, till I could no longer endure it. And when I saw, they flowed on account of what I had seen. For everything shall come and be fulfilled, and all the deeds of men in their order were shown to me. On what night I remembered the first dream, and on that night I remembered the first dream. And because of it, I wept and was troubled, and because I had seen that vision. Enoch's book of admonition for his children. The book written by Enoch indeed wrote this complete doctrine of wisdom, which is praised of all men and a judge of all the earth. For all my children who shall dwell on the earth, and for the future generations who shall observe uprightness and peace. Let not your spirit be troubled on account of the times. For the Holy and Great One has appointed days for all things. And the righteous one shall arise from sleep, shall arise and walk in the paths of righteousness. And all his path and conversation shall be in the eternal goodness and grace. He will be gracious to the righteous and give him eternal uprightness. And he will give him power so that he shall be endowed with goodness and righteousness. And he shall walk in eternal light, and sin shall perish in darkness forever, and shall no more be seen from that day forth evermore. And now, my son Methuselah, call to me all thy brothers, and gather together to me all the sons of thy mother. For the words call me, and the Spirit is poured out upon me, that I may show you everything that shall befall you forever. And thereupon Methuselah went and summoned to him all his brothers and assembled his relatives. And he spake unto all the children of righteousness and said, Hear ye, sons of Enoch, all the words of your father, and hearken aright to the voice of my mouth. And for I exhort you, and say unto you, beloved, love uprightness and walk therein. And draw not nigh to uprightness with a double heart, and associate not with those of a double heart, but walk in righteousness, my sons, and it shall guide you on good paths. And righteousness shall be your companion, for I know that violence must increase on the earth, and a great chastisement be executed on the earth, and all unrighteousness come to an end. And yea, it shall be cut off from its roots, and its whole structure be destroyed. And unrighteousness shall again be consumed on the earth, and all the deeds of unrighteousness and of violence and transgression shall prevail in a twofold degree. And when sin and unrighteousness and blasphemy and violence of all kinds of deeds increase, and apostasy and transgression and uncleanness increase, and the great chastisement shall come from heaven upon all these. And the Holy Lord will come forth with wrath and chastisement to execute judgment on earth. And in those days violence shall be cut off from its roots, and the roots of unrighteousness together with deceit. And they shall be destroyed from under heaven, and all the idols of the heathen shall be abandoned, and the temples burned with fire, and they shall remove them from the whole earth. And they, the heathen, shall be cast into the judgment of the fire, and shall perish in wrath and in grievous judgment forever. And the righteous shall arise from their sleep, and wisdom shall arise and be given unto them. And after that the roots of unrighteousness shall be cut off, and the sinners shall be destroyed by the sword, and shall be cut off from the blasphemers in every place. And those who plan violence and those who commit blasphemy shall perish by the sword. And now I tell you, my sons, and show you the paths of righteousness and the paths of violence. Yea, I will show them to you again, and that ye may know what will come to pass. And now hearken unto me, my sons, and walk in the paths of righteousness, and walk not in the paths of violence. For all who walk in the path of unrighteousness shall perish forever. Sometimes that's a hard thing to do right there, to not walk in the path of violence. Sometimes that eye for eye seems so much better, man. Oh, you did this to me? Oh, watch what I do to you. It seems to be so much better at times. You know, I know the Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. But sometimes you want to take vengeance upon him with yourself. You want to revenge yourself, man. But Enoch say, don't walk in the path of violence. And after that, Enoch both gave and began to recount from the books. And Enoch said, concerning the children of righteousness, and concerning the elect of the world, and concerning the plant of uprightness, I will speak these things. Yea, I, Enoch, will declare them unto you, my sons, according to that which appeared to me in the heavenly vision, and which I have known through the word of the holy angels, and have learnt from the heavenly tablets. And Enoch began to recount from the books, and said, I was born the 7th in the 1st week, while judgment and righteousness still endured. And after me there shall arise in the 2nd week great wickedness, and deceit shall have sprung up. And in it there shall be the first end, and in a man shall be saved. And in it a man shall be saved. And after it is ended, unrighteousness shall grow up, and a law shall be made for the sinners. And after that, in the 3rd week, at its close, a man shall be elected as the plant of righteous judgment, and his posterity shall become the plant of righteousness forevermore. And after that, in the 4th week, at its close, visions of the holy and righteous shall be seen, and a law for all generations, and an enclosure shall be made for them. And after that, in the 5th week, at its close, the house of glory and dominion shall be built forever. And after that, in the 6th week, all who live in it shall be blinded, and the hearts of all of them shall godlessly forsake wisdom. And in it a man shall ascend, and at its close the house of dominion shall be burnt with fire, and the whole race of the chosen root shall be dispersed. And after that, in the 7th week, shall an apostate generation arise, and many shall be its deeds, and all its deeds shall be apostate. What does apostate mean? Let's see. Let's figure that out. Let me look that up right quick. Apostate. And its close shall be elected, and the elect righteous of the eternal plant of righteousness, to receive sevenfold instruction concerning his creation. Apostate. Look at apostate.
Apostate.
A person who renounces a religious or political belief or principle, abandoning a religious or political belief or principle. Apostates. Yeah, we have a lot of apostates in these days. We have a lot of apostates. Put a question mark by it. I should have wrote it down. For who is there of all the children of men that is able to hear the voice of the Holy One without being troubled? And who can think his thoughts? And who is there that can behold all the works of heaven? And how should there be one who could behold the heaven? And who is there that could understand the things of heaven, and see a soul or a spirit, and could tell thereof? Or ascend and see all their ends, and think them or do like them? And who is there of all men that could know what is the breadth and the length of the earth, and to whom has been shown the measure of all of them? Or is there anyone who could discern the length of the heaven, and how great it is its height, and upon what it is founded, and how great is the number of the stars, and where all the luminaries rest? All right, I'm gonna get to page 118. We're gonna stop on page 118. It's about 3 or 4 more pages. And after that there shall be another, the 8th week, that of righteousness, and a sword shall be given to it, that a righteous judgment may be executed on the oppressors, and sinners shall be delivered into the hands of the righteous. And at its close they shall acquire houses through their righteousness, and the house shall be built for the great king in glory forevermore. And all mankind shall look to the path of uprightness. And after that, in the 9th week, the righteous judgment shall be revealed to the whole world, and all the works of the godless shall vanish from all the earth. And the world shall be written down for destruction. And after this, in the 10th week, in the 7th part, there shall be the great eternal judgment, and in which he will execute vengeance amongst the angels. And the first heaven shall depart and pass away, and a new heaven shall appear. And all the powers of the heaven shall give sevenfold light. And after that, there will be many weeks without number forever. And all shall be in goodness and righteousness, and sin shall no more be mentioned forever. Admonitions to the righteous. And now I say unto you, my sons, love righteousness and walk therein. For the paths of righteousness are worthy of acceptation, or worthy of acceptation. What a word. But the paths of unrighteousness shall suddenly be destroyed and vanish. And to certain men of a generation shall the paths of violence and of death be revealed. And they shall hold themselves afar from them, and shall not follow them. And now I say unto you, the righteous, walk not in the paths of wickedness, nor on the path of death, and draw not nigh to them, lest ye be destroyed. But seek and choose for yourselves righteousness and an elect life, and walk in the paths of peace, and ye shall live and prosper. And hold fast my words in the thoughts of your hearts, and suffer them not to be effaced from your hearts. For know that sinners will tempt men to evilly entreat wisdom, so that no place may be found for her, and no manner of temptation may minish. Woe to those who build unrighteousness and oppression, and lay deceit as a foundation, for they shall be suddenly overthrown, and they shall have no peace. And woe to those who build their houses with sin, for from all their foundations shall they be overthrown, and by the sword shall they fall. And those who acquire gold and silver in judgment suddenly shall perish. Woe to you, ye rich, for ye have trusted in your riches, and from your riches shall ye depart, because ye have not remembered the Most High in the days of your riches. Ye have committed blasphemy and unrighteousness, and have become ready for the day of slaughter, and the day of darkness, and the day of the great judgment. Thus I speak and declare unto you, he who hath created you will overthrow you, and for your fall there shall be no compassion, and your Creator will rejoice at your destruction, and your righteous ones in those days shall be a reproach to the sinners and the godless. Oh, that mine eyes were a cloud of waters, that I might weep over you, and pour down my tears as a cloud of waters, that so I might rest from my trouble of heart, who has permitted you to practice reproaches and wickedness. And so judgment shall overtake you, sinners. Fear not the sinners, ye righteous, for again will the Lord deliver them into your hands, that ye may execute judgment upon them according to your devices. And woe to you who fulfillment anathemas. Those of you who fulminate anathemas, which cannot be reversed. What is anathema? Anathema. Something or someone that one vehemently dislikes. Anathema. Sinners are anathema to the Most High God. He vehemently dislikes sinners, evildoers. Anathema. Healing shall therefore be far from you because of your sins, and woe to you who requite your neighbor with evil, for ye shall be requited according to your works. And woe to you, lying witnesses, and to those who weigh out injustice, for suddenly shall we perish. And woe to you, sinners, for ye persecute the righteous, and ye shall be delivered up and persecuted because of injustice. And heavy shall be its yoke, and heavy shall its yoke be upon you. Be hopeful, ye righteous, for suddenly shall the sinners perish before you, and ye shall have lordship over them according to your desires. And in the day of the tribulation of the sinners, your children shall mount and rise as eagles. The higher than the vultures will be your nest, and ye shall ascend and enter the crevices of the earth and the clefts of the rock, forever as conies before the unrighteous. And the sirens shall sigh because of you and weep, and wherefore fear not, ye that have suffered, for healing shall be your portion. and a bright light shall enlighten you. And the voice of rest ye shall hear from heaven. Woe unto you, you sinners! For your riches make you appear like the righteous, but your hearts convict you of being sinners. And this fact shall be a testimony against you, for a memorial of your evil deeds. And woe to you who devour the finest of the wheat, and drink wine in large bowls, and tread underfoot the lowly with your might. Woe to you who drink water from every fountain. For suddenly shall ye be consumed and wither away, because ye have forsaken the fountain of life. And woe to you who work unrighteousness and deceit and blasphemy. It shall be a memorial against you for evil. Woe to you, ye mighty. Woe, with might oppress the righteous. Who with might oppress the righteous. For the day of your destruction is coming, and in those days many and good days shall come to the righteous in the day of your judgment. Ooh, that's some heavy shit right there. Man, look, we only got about this much left. That's all we have left to finish the Book of Enoch. We're going to stop there on chapter 97. We stopped on chapter 97. Let me write that down. 97. 97. We stopped on chapter 97. We stopped on page 118, and we have till page 134 left to go. So we got about another 18 pages. We only got another 18 pages left to read, which I'll try to finish that up tomorrow. Tomorrow, that'll be the whole Rising Scripts. Tomorrow is to finish up the last 18 pages of the Book of Enoch. And we'll be out of here. Another one done. Yeah, I appreciate everybody who left a like. Thank you for the comment, Miss Boxy. Thank you for the comment. Everybody, all the comments help. All the likes help. It helped to push the algorithm. It helped to grow the channel. I know I've been slacking. Terribly down on myself and slacking. I'm feeling terribly down on myself. But it's time to get up out that funk. Get up off your ass. Or at least try to. That's what I've been trying, to force myself out of a situation. But sometimes trying to force yourself out of the situation ain't really the answer. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to get yourself out of the situation. No matter how hard you try. Sometimes it is what it is. Yep. And the funk can take hold of each of us. The funk can take hold of any one of us. And try you. Drain you. Uplift you sometimes. Recreate you. Different things that funk can do. Made me gain weight. Feel lost. Different things the funk can do. Allow certain things you might not allow before. Different things the funk can do. Or being in a funk. But that's why we have the scriptures here. That's why we have the scriptures here, or at least supposed to be why we have the scriptures here. So when we read the scriptures, we see that the funk is not uncommon. That there is no temptation that no man has gone through. All the temptations, there's nothing new under the sun. So the things that you may think, the things that I may think have been thought before, have been gone through before, and have been made it through before. And if those before us have made it through, then by us seeking out the scriptures and seeing the things that were written aforetime for our learning, we should be able to have hope that we can go through the same things as well. Pray. Maybe you need to fast. Pray for sure. But in all your prayers and fastings and things that you may try, don't forget to give your gratitude. Give your gratitude for the breath that you have, for the ability to make the changes while you're still here. The ability to think, the ability to walk and talk and see and hear, man. You have the ability. You have all you need to succeed. And while you have all you need to succeed, you might want to be grateful for it. Be grateful for it. And me, I'm gonna blow up the trumpet, and be grateful for it. Blow up the trumpet, man, and let your rejoicing be heard with gladness and glee, man. I know about you, man. Sometimes trumpet is a twofold thing, man. Sometimes blowing the trumpet brings great joy, like the sound of it, the sound. You know, it makes me wish I knew how to boop, 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 make it do like that. You know, but sometimes blowing of the trumpet brings great sadness, and I don't know what's the problem with that. I know in the scriptures the trumpet sounds are twofold. The trumpets can sound when it's time for destruction, and the trumpets can sound when it's time for rejoicing. Right now, I feel sad, like I blew it for destruction. Yeah, I want to blow it for happiness, that's for sure, or to be grateful. That's the thought behind it. But it makes me feel sad. Man, a sadness. Yeah, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. I pray the Most High hears me. I pray the Most High shows mercy upon me. I pray the Most High don't laugh at my calamities. I pray that the fire is nothing but a purifier, purging out the impurities that is within me, so that way I can be greater later and built for the task that is at hand. Even though I don't know what the task is, but you know. Man. Hey, but that has been Rising Scripts for today, man. I woke up, I had breath to breathe, I had all I need to succeed. So I was like, let me get up and read, man. The least I can do is read, blow my trumpet, pray, tell him thank you for another day. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you. Thank you for what I have that many don't. Thank you for all the things that I've been given that many won't. Thank you for the ability to find out what it is and what it ain't, what I can and what I can't, what are the do's and the don'ts. Even though the weight is heavy, I still feel it. Thank you. Even though the lies are told, I still hear them. Thank you. Even though the bullshit is shown, I still see it. So thank you. It tastes nasty, but I can taste it. Thank you. My heart hurts, but I can feel it. So thank you. Another day. Yeah. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Be better. Work on being better. Work on being better. Man. Shalom, everybody. This has been Rising Scripts. I'm out here. Shalom. Have a good one.